Keep in mind, Don, during this matchup, as we see Raven make his way to the ring, straight jacket, of course, in place, you must put your opponent through the table. You must forcibly drive them through the table to win the bout.
It's going to be brutal, and you think about this match, and you try to figure out who does it favor the most. We think of Jeff Hardy in tables. We think of Raven in tables. And we think brutal, actually. We think of Raven. I don't think anybody has a distinct advantage in this match whatsoever. We're going to see who can be the most opportunistic, because that's what you got to be.
If ever you would think that there's a match that's tailor-made for Jeff Hardy, if it involves tables and if it involves a platform like the Six Sides of Steel, then this would be it.
Bringing out a little visual right there for Raven to see. He's got chairs in his hands, and we know what the director of authority said. I mean, it was going to be brutal. People are bringing anything into the ring that they want. There's basically been no rules going on tonight, and what a night of action it is. But one thing about Raven is he is so cunning. He is so, I use the word diabolical a lot, but that's what he is. He plays mind games with you. And by getting Jeff Hardy inside that cage with the door shut, it might play in his favor.
And how about Raven interrupting an interview recently on our Impact broadcast, attacking Jeff Hardy with that trash can, and here we go, the bell is rung and we're underway.
Well, you can see Jeff Hardy's bringing the fight right to Raven, and he takes him right into the leg, not even wanting to mess around. I mean, this is like a Jeff Hardy we haven't seen before, being so aggressive right from the get-go.
Now Hardy get off the ropes and then springs off the chair and crashes into Raven. I thought it was interesting that Jeff Hardy mentioned that he was reborn at Destination X, and it was, oh man, Raven able to move out of the way. It was almost as if we witnessed the quote-unquote old Jeff Hardy that match up against the Monster Abyss, and Raven sends Hardy, wow, directly into the steel, grabs him right by the hair and does so again.
I'll tell you what, he told me that himself. He told me that he felt alive again. He felt like being in the ring again, and it was just the emotion that you could see in his face. And he's going to need to have all of that right now. He's going to need to reach in and pull out all the past things that he's done, because he's going up against somebody the force like Raven.
Yeah, someone as diabolical.
Ooh, oh my God, what a foot right into the, oh, that was awful.
And the camera work just incredible here at Lockdown, taking you so close to the cage, feeling the impact as Raven charged across and just drove his boot right into the head of Hardy, and Hardy's head sandwiched right into the steel.
I've got to reiterate again, as you see him do the drop toe hold right on the chair there.
One of his patented moves.
I've got to reiterate how there's no give in that cage. Because of the six sides, it pulls it in tighter, and there's just no give. And you've seen it time and time again tonight. When you hit that steel cage, it's like hitting a wall of steel. And it just, when you look at the holes there between the cages, it's like a cheese grater, and oh, the pain that it can cause.
Raven positions the one table in place and then spiked him, dropped him on his head. Raven effect DDT. Usually you see that move, and the follow is the pin attempt in the 1-2-3. That's not the case here. You win this match by taking your opponent and driving him through the table. This could be it.
Oh, man, as you saw right there, that doesn't get you anything. You've got to drive your opponent, but you can see what Raven was trying to do. He was trying to leave Jeff Hardy helpless so that he could just do whatever he wanted to do with him. But Jeff Hardy able to have enough instinct to get out of the way, and I think Raven went to the well a little too early right there, thinking he had Jeff Hardy under his control, and it just didn't happen.
Great timing by Hardy. Able to move out of the way, avoid that contact, which would have cost him the match. To hit Hardy, able to turn things around here.
Driving that right into the neck of Raven, cutting out the windpipe.
Yeah, cutting off any kind of a flow of oxygen, any air. Hits with the suplex. Picks up the chair. Now what does he have in mind here?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Go for the leg drop?
Yep. Trying to bring it right there on the ribs of Raven, it looked like. Raven recently lost a little bit of weight going through a food poisoning bout. But I tell you what, something like that just drives him on, the pain. He uses it to his advantage.
Right. Yeah, as sick as someone like Raven is, he probably uses something like food poisoning to get him fired up for this match.
Absolutely, but Jeff Hardy's showing no sympathy whatsoever as he's just letting him have the rights.
Yeah, you're right. Matchup has turned in Hardy's favor ever since Raven crashed through that table.
Oh, my God, it was such a brutal blow. I mean, he went for the death blow. I mean, he went to end it right there. Hardy just able to get out of the way, and now the momentum has changed, but oh, you can see Raven trying to hold off. And again, when you hit that steel, the impact is so hard.
I'm not sure, but did he open Raven up? I'm not. Almost looked like Raven's head.
Well, somebody's bleeding there. You can see it.
Either that or it's the paint off of Jeff Hardy.
The paint of Jeff Hardy's arm, but I can't see. Oh, he's just rubbed. Yes, he did. He busted him open. Oh, and he's using that greater effect right there as he's just raking the head right across the steel cage.
Not for the faint of heart. Hide the women and children. Dusty Rhodes told you prior to this event. The Director of Authority laying down the law for the lockdown matchup with everything in the cage.
Nice suplex right there by Raven.
How did he come up with that move?
I'll tell you what,
in his condition.
I'm going to tell you something. He just saw an opportunity and took it. I mean, you got anytime the weight changes balance and you can use it to your advantage, you can't hesitate for a second, and Raven didn't.
Hardy actually first up to his knees, trying to get to his feet as the blood flows from the head right down the nose of Raven.
I'll tell you what, though, he's somebody that once he realizes that and he sees that blood on his person, he'll use it to fire himself up. He's just that sick.
Now Raven climbing up to the top. Raven has Hardy up to the top. Oh! Flung him off from the top rope, both men crashing down to the canvas.
It looks like Hardy caught the back of his head.
That's what I thought. The back of his head just landed with a thud.
Oh, I don't know if we can see that again of some sort.
Now, check this out around ringside.
Hey, that's like the New York Mets.
Members of the New York Mets, Chris Benson, Tyler Yates, Scott Strickland on hand here. So many of the Major League Baseball players, NBA stars, NHL as well. Just love TNA as we see Hardy out of nowhere connect with the move. He caught him at the twist.
I'll tell you what, you mentioned it earlier about this guy's rejuvenation in this sport. When you think he's down and out, don't even count him out, because the rock and roll star Jeff Hardy, I don't know how his drum beats, as you can see. He set the table up. I mean, I can't, the crowd's going crazy.
Positioning the table in place, realizing that he must take Raven and power him through the table to win this matchup. You know, seeing the Mets at ringside reminds me how many of the sports stars really love TNA. They love being a part of a live event action like this lockdown pay-per-view.
Well, it's the adrenaline rush.